Hey guys, I'm going to talk to you today about playing for parties and the different types of parties. This is a really great time of year. We're coming around the Christmas season, which is very lucrative for piano players. And those are my brothers and sisters out there that play around already know most of these tricks for whenever you're playing, probably if not all. But so this is for those pretty much black notes, first, second, third degree black notes that I have. If you're a blue note or a red note, you can still check out this video, but some of the techniques we're talking about are going to be a little bit over your head. So, as you progress through your skill, we'll be able to talk more about these. But I'm just going to take some of the kind of typical Christmas songs, kind of medley them together as we talk about playing for those parties. So with a song like Jingle Bells, if you were to go, it sounds nice. This is very good for like a movie style playing or almost like a thematic style, okay? For a party though, this is a little bit too Barney-esque, too oompary, okay? The other way to, of course, play it would be like some of those guys, musicians out there that play things in the New Age style, which is very nice, but if you go... If you're at a Christmas party, and again, you can get away with that as well. But just as the other one was too aggressive and too oompary, and the other one's too almost like contemporary and too relaxing, sounding. It's one thing if it was a quiet Christmas party, but for the most part, most parties, you want to leave holes in your notes. So you don't want the notes to bleed into each other like in New Age. And then you don't want the notes to be pounding into somebody's ear like a hammer. Because what they're usually doing at a party is they're talking, especially on Christmas Day. It's like, hey, Joe, how you doing? Oh, it's great to see you. Merry Christmas. You want to pepper in your notes, pepper it in, just as the conversation is. Because people want to hear that music in the background, but they don't want it intruding on their conversation. These techniques are used very well in restaurants and country clubs alike. But as we're talking about the Christmas season right now, in the general sense of letting people be able to talk, you want the notes to talk to people in a very peppered way as well. So if somebody's coming to the Christmas party and say, hey, Joe, how you doing? Oh, you see how annoying that is? So you don't want to be laying that on their ear as well. So we wouldn't be using the contemporary sound. And just as you want to be like, Joe, how you doing? Oh, son of a gun, happy Merry Christmas. And everybody's like yelling and it's really loud. You wouldn't want to be... Okay? So what we are looking for is the happy medium. And frankly, just the best way to go about doing it is to play it in that jazz standard type of way. Pepper in the notes, virtually no pedal, and you're just looking for something like... Okay? You're looking for that typical sound where the notes get cut off. They don't linger on. They're not definitely no legato, and they're not blending into each other. You're not playing a forte, but you're also not playing a piano. So you're just right around that mezzo forte kind of area. It's just nice. That is a typical kind of party-esque type of sound. So let me just go and walk through this a little bit more with you. Typically, like I just said, walk through it with you. Well, walk the bass. Use that left-hand jazz walk that we've talked about in techniques before. Okay, use the melody where it's just a lot of times a single melody. And use those right-hand harmonies to go and pepper in some hits. And also some right-hand harmonies that move along with the melody. Here in the bass line, there is just a line of music. It's not a bunch of big brass held out chords or anything. It's just peppered in notes that cut off, they decay quickly. They decay right, pretty much out of the gate, okay? It's not staccato, but you let the note decay very quickly, so it sounds peppered in. The melody as well. You let the notes decay quickly, so that way, it fades and it just feels like, wow, there's music, but when people are talking, they're talking around the notes, okay? This style of playing you can then use and just mesh from one song right into the other, and people will have no difference. It just sounds like the party keeps going. For those of my brothers and sisters that play often, you guys even know, once you have this kind of energy going, we've controlled how the audience is even talking, you typically don't even want to stop, because then it creates this lull, So you're looking for a good time to maybe take a break, but you don't necessarily stop a song and then start one back up. You want it to just sound like there's always that nice music being played. And to that end too, as you could see, changing registers with the melody to where it's because we're so in the background, the frequency change from the high register to low register still makes it sound like there's a piano back there. So when you are playing and people are talking, Joe, how are you doing? It's a great Christmas. Oh, Merry Christmas. How's your year this year? And then when you're up here, it kind of cuts through a little bit, very lightly, just tapping, and then you're back down the mids, the warm section of the piano, where it's nice and warm, and we're just making it, sound like it's oranges and yellows kind of sound for Christmas, okay? Then one song right in the other, you can go. So this, of course, is Good King Wenceslas. And it sounds just like the Jingle Bells, because I haven't changed the tempo, really. Definitely haven't changed the style. Then you might be able to go right into Here We Come a Wassailing, but do it as a 4.